If 2020 were a set of parents, these two people would be 2020. The Lie, which premiered in 2018, finally saw its digital release on Amazon with its Welcome to the BLUMHOUSE event in October of 2020. And this film is directed by Veena Sud, who has also directed such films like The Salton Sea and The Stranger. And this film is starring Morelli Enos, Peter Skarsgård, and Joey King. And like I said, this was a part of a rollout event on Amazon Prime. It was called Welcome to the BLUMHOUSE, and they sent out a bunch of feelers to a bunch of reviewers. I was one of them, and I got the invitation to either watch this or another film. I can't remember which one it was, but I chose The Lie because it looked kind of interesting, and it started off well, and by the end, I was mad as hell. On their way to drop off his daughter to her ballet school retreat, Jay, played by Peter Skarsgård, and Kayla, played by Joey King, pick up her best friend Brittany. But along the drive, you can tell that tensions are high between Kayla and Brittany. As they pull over to the side of the road to go to the bathroom, Brittany mysteriously goes missing. In fact, Kayla claims that she murdered her by pushing her off a bridge into a freezing river. Unable to find the body, Jay assumes that Brittany is dead and fears for his daughter's future. So they return to their home where Kayla's mother, played by Morelli Enos, told of the whole incident. But instead of doing what any rightful citizen with any common sense would do, they decide to cover up the murder and begin to lie to Brittany's parents and to the police as to what exactly happened when Brittany turns up missing. Just a stupid decision after a stupid decision after another stupid decision. This is one of those films where I just feel the inner desire and the need to try to break through the TV screen and just take each of these characters by the throat and slap them across the face. What is everyone thinking? I'll be upfront about it right now. I hate this movie. And it's not terrible in any sense of the word. The performances that we get here are stellar. I think they're fantastic. I love the cinematography. I like the technical aspects of this film. It's just the plot, the story, and these characters I just hate. It's about a daughter who misses being a whole family with her parents because, of course, her parents are divorced. Just like what basically all married couples do nowadays. They get married, and then they get divorced. They have kids, and they tell them, oh, it's not your fault that we're getting divorced, even though it does play a factor in it. Let's just be honest there. And she just longs for those good old days back where they were just one big happy family. And I just want to tell her, kid, it's just not gonna happen. Things happen. People moved on. You didn't. It is very hard for me to review this film because I keep wanting just to hate the people that I see on screen, but the actors, like Joey King, I keep feeling like I just hate her, but I don't hate her as an actress, I just hate her character. I think Joey King does a stellar job of being the teenage angst teenager in this film. And she plays up well the fact that this character, this Kayla character, would have malicious intents to her best friend Brittany, because Brittany is kind of hitting on her dad, and she's a daddy's girl and doesn't want anyone else to have him but herself and her mother. So I'm definitely getting those malicious vibes. And Peter Skarsgård, I think, was great as the dad. He's that struggling musician, and that's why the parents separated. As Morelli Enos' character, she was the lawyer, she was the practical one. She was always the breadwinner of the family. She was always doing all the finances and keeping the family afloat. Whereas Jay, Peter Skarsgård, always wanted to try to make it with his band and be a rock star. Even though he's like in his late 40s, early 50s in this film. Sorry, it's just not gonna happen, bruh. But I think he does a magnificent job as the desperate father who's trying to protect his daughter. And I tried to think, where have I seen this actor before? He looks so familiar. And of course, me being a big superhero film fan, bad or good, I finally realized, like, oh, you were one of the villains in that 2011 Green Lantern film. I'm sure you've always tried to get yourself away from that, haven't you? Not with this review. I'm bringing it up again. Film definitely could be considered as a morality tale. You tell one lie, and then you have to tell another in order to make that lie believable. And then that leads to another lie, and another lie, and another lie. And then all of a sudden you got all these lies floating out there and you can't keep straight what's what. And then when new evidence comes into play from the police or from another parent, all of a sudden all of your lies come crashing down around you. The moral of the story is, don't lie. And even though your kid did something bad, you have to uphold the laws of your culture and your society. You should probably do the right thing and call the police as soon as it happens. The longer you wait to do that, the more it looks like you were in on it and wanted her to die. Even though you didn't see a dead body, you were just told that they fell into a river. Another moral of the story is, if someone is dead, don't believe it until you see a body. If anything, just do what Bane says. He's dead.
So show me his body.
I found myself guessing up until the very end. I don't know, I think a lot of people probably figured out what was going to happen way before that. I'm just one of those people where I'm just sucked in. I don't necessarily am trying to figure out what's happening as it goes along. I just go along for the ride. But boy, in that last 5 minutes, it was just like one head slap after another. I'm like, are you serious? Really? This happened? You know what? All three of you deserve what is coming to you. I know I've mentioned it on here before, but me and my wife, we've chosen, not to have kids. And boy, if there was any film to kind of back up our claims to that, watch this movie and watch what happens in it. If that's a possibility of something that could happen to your kid, I don't want to go through that. The movie is a very slow build to a kind of annoying yet satisfying ending. It pissed me off, but I guess in a good way, because I'm sure that's what the director and the writers intended for. So good for you. It just didn't make me feel good walking out of it. I gotta give The Lie 2.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I found that if you have a goal, that you might not reach it. But if you don't have one, then you are never disappointed. And I gotta tell you, it feels phenomenal.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part of my videos where I pick which movie I'm going to be watching next. We're actually continuing our look at the Welcome to the BLUMHOUSE event, and the next film that I'm going to be looking at was a film that I watched last month called Nocturne, a film about a young music student trying to impress her teachers and trying to beat her twin sister by playing a piano. Yeah. So we'll check that one out next time. If any of you have recommendations of films that you want me to review on here, go ahead and leave your comment below this video, or go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, or my Twitter. Leave your recommendation there. If I have access to it, I will watch, review it, and give you a shout out on the channel. And if you really want your recommendation done as quickly as I possibly can, or if you just want to help support me and this channel, you can make a PayPal donation on the main page of my YouTube channel. Just select the donate button. Any size donation will do, and attach your movie recommendation to your donation. And if I have access to it, I will watch it and get my review of it done as quickly as I possibly can for you. So guys, if you checked out The Lie, what did you think about it? Were you as pissed off as I was? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time with my review of Nocturne, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.